Donald Trump cares about ratings. It is what it is. That's why so many people he has in his cabinet, so many people that he has around him as advisors, so many people he has working for him are telegenic. They may not be the most beautiful people in the world, but they look good on camera. They play the part. They have the rough-edged dog of a tough guy, or the silky smooth voice of someone who can speak those words, or they know what they're doing on TV or in podcasts or in newsletters. And that's why so many of those folks look the way they do. Ratings matter for Donald Trump. But the source of the ratings also matter as well. So these ratings coming from a latest poll from Reuters and Ipsos is the kind of thing that Trump's not going to like because it's bad ratings, but he also will rail against the mainstream media for coming up with bad numbers. And he'll say, our numbers are great, these guys are lying. But let's talk about the approval rating per Reuters and Ipsos. The rating has experienced a slight decline for his approval. 44% of respondents actually say they approve of his performance. This is down from 47% in January. It's only been a month, but it's down 3%, although his disapproval is rising up more, now at 51%. That was from 41% prior. Now, the shift shows a growing concern in how he's dealing with policies, and particularly with economic management. It's really about the money that's bringing him down. One of the big factors on this is how he's dealing with the economy, as we said. The poll indicates that 53% of Americans believe the economy is on the wrong track. That was 43% in January. So because they thought he was going to come back and fix it, now he's not. His approval in handling the economy is also down to 39% from 43%. Notably, he's only 30% approval of his approach to managing inflation, and with the surge in consumer prices, i.e. the eggs are going up, everything is going up, and the tariffs that he has threatened but postponed for a bit for China, Mexico, Canada, and basically everybody. The concerns of prices going up mean he's not doing what he needs to do to make people happy about his economic policy. But here's the thing. It's mostly economy that's holding him down. Because when it comes to one of his other key talking points, immigration policies, 47% say go for it. Great approval rating going there. So that says his policy on the immigration stuff, rounding him up and sending him home, is something that a mass amount, not a pure majority, although there are some people who have that don't care in that rating going forward. Now, what this actually means for Donald Trump is that being president, even a second time, isn't very easy, and people have to reply to things and give their comments and their commentary on what they think about things. And so promising things and not delivering is a thing politicians do. But there's also accountability in most cases, but ratings on how things go for. Now, remember, these are all snapshots in time for the people they found to talk to. So based on who they found, these are how these people feel, and they will shift back and forth based off the day, literally the hour going forward. The numbers, while not great, are actually fairly great and have been fairly great for Donald Trump. They're not great in the scheme of where you want your president to be, but for the overall numbers for Donald Trump in his terms, first term and starting his second term, they ain't too bad. They're doing pretty good on a Donald scale, Donald rating, a Donald curve, if you will. So congratulations for that one, Donald Trump. Your ratings aren't the best, but they're not the worst. I'm sure he's going to do what he can to bring them up, or of course just tell us that there are lies and they're actually 95%. I think another president does that quite often as well, and we know what most of us think about him. We also know what he thinks about that guy as well. His name should not be mentioned. But the ratings are in, at least from Reuters and Ipsos, and they're not great. But we've got a full 4 years or 3 years and 11 months to raise or lower.